Hi again, you guys. I'm here to finish the last half of your questions. I'm so enjoying this. Okay, let's see. How long would you like to act for? Well, Steven, honestly, the rest of my life. It is what I've been doing since I was little. It is all I know, and it's my heart. It's where my heart belongs and where I belong. So I definitely see myself doing film and plays for as long as I can, really. Jermaine asked, what kind of set do you like working on? I can't decide between a film set or a theater set, but as long as it's a happy vibe, a good vibe of a set, and everyone is enjoying being around each other, and it's just happy, that's the greatest thing you could ask for as an actor or behind the scenes. Really. Let's see. Two-parter here. What inspired you to go into the business, and what are your goals in the industry? When I was about 5 years old, I saw my aunt on Broadway, and I'm like, that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. Something clicked in my head, and that was it. I saw nothing else. My goals is to just have fun and, like I said, do what I love. I love making people laugh. I love, if you're sad, I can make you happy, hopefully, if you see something I've done or my character makes you laugh. I love that. I love making other people happy. Let's see. Jessica asks, how busy are you when you were a production assistant? Excuse me. And how many tries does it take to get it right? Oh my goodness, being a production assistant is really a 24-hour job. You are the first one there, the last one to leave on set. You can be home in the middle of the night and they can call you and say, hey, we need you to pick this up now for the next day. You never really have time to sleep. You are the backbone of behind the scenes and really the film, because you hold a lot of hats. You wear a lot of hats as a production assistant. How many tries to take to get it right? You really only get one, because other people are counting on you, and if it takes you more times than one to get something right, that's wasting the actor's time, or, they can be moving on to other things and not waiting on you. So as production assistant, or they call them a PA for short, you really have to just be fast on your feet and think fast and get everything right really in one shot. Sierra asks, how can I get in the film industry, and what does the rush feel like before a scene? Really, just find auditions in your area if that's what you want to do. They're online, they're in the newspaper, they're on TV sometimes. Advertisements come up. You just have to have your parents help you find, the right one for you. And if you want to do it, that's fantastic. And the rest of the question was, what does the rush feel like before a scene? Gosh, it's just all of your energy just balls up in one big ball, and it feels like you're about to explode. But it's all good. It's all good energy. It's such a great rush, and it's just so exciting. Why do I do mostly scary movies? Well, I guess because I know that they're make-believe, and I think that they're so elaborate. They have so much to them that it's fun to see how scary movies are really made. And when you watch it, you go, oh, that's not really scary. I know how that was made. And it makes you feel better about scary movies too. Calvin asked, what is the most amount of money you've made? Well, Calvin, I've made a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 depending on what job I'm doing or what play or what film I was in. It just depends. Great question. Kevin asked, what is the most annoying thing you've done as a PA? We're filming a film in North Carolina, and there was a snake that was supposed to come out of a box, a fake snake, and the snake wouldn't stay still. It kept falling. So I was the smallest PA, so they shoved me inside of the box, and I had to hold the stick holding the snake up so it wouldn't fall down. So I was in there for a couple takes. I got a little warm, but that was the most close-quartered and the most annoying thing I think I've done. How did you feel in your first scene? Was it nerve-wracking or exciting? A little bit of both, really. You have those first-time jitters. Am I going to do it right? What's going to happen? What's the feedback going to be? But if you're confident in what you do, it's exciting because you don't know what the outcome's going to be. You can mess up a line on stage, and you have to go with it. Whatever happens, happens. But it was a little bit of both, to be honest. Yes. Amy asked, which do you like better, in front of the camera or behind the scenes? I equally enjoy both experiences because they're both different, completely different experiences. As an actor, you portray the lines and you move around a set, and you bring a character to life. You bring this person that someone created to life, which is really, really great. But also being behind the scenes, you get to work with the camera or work with the costumes or find out how the scene is going to be, or tell the actor how you want that character portrayed. So it really is great having both experiences. I can't decide on one. Emma asked, when did you start working behind the scenes and how can I get in the industry? Well, I started on a friend's film behind the scenes. They needed an extra hand and I was free. So that's where I got my first start with a little bit of behind the scenes camera work here and there. And Emma, like I said before, you really just have to put yourself out there. Audition or find a casting call that, needs a crew, right? Or just lend a hand on a film project you have. That's great too. Let's see, so many questions. Did you ever meet anyone famous on set while you were working? Yes. I have worked with a lot of famous actors. Scott Eastwood, Tom Wellington, Britt Robinson, and more people that I know you probably don't know. Larry Romano and Ray Romano. So many great actors that are much older, but very experienced. I love meeting new people, but treat them as you treat anybody else. Just because they're on TV doesn't mean that, they want to be treated any differently than you or me. Let's see. What was your most exciting thing you've done? Outside of being on a set, I'd have to say going to see my first film in a movie theater and seeing my head right up there on the movie theater screen. That was probably the most exciting thing I've ever done. And also being on a Broadway stage in New York City. Those two things definitely top the charts for me. Jasmine asks, if people don't get along, how do they deal with it? And do you have different headshots for different jobs? Well, yes, I do have different